Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can graphically solve equations using TI Nspire calculator. This method works for any type of an equation, so it's a powerful method. It takes a little bit more time than numerical solve, but then on the other hand, you can have a graph of a function and that will help you thinking about your question often. Here is our equation we're going to solve. If you would like to solve this numerically, your command would have to be looking like this. I have a separate video on that IB exam mode restricts numerical solve, so you would have to have this .300 at the end of the command. Otherwise, you won't find solution to this using numerical solve. Graphical method, let's look how that works. So we will of course choose graph here. And how you solve equations graphically, you will graph as function number one whatever is on the left hand side of the equation. And function number two is whatever is on the right hand side of the equation. So basic idea is that on the left hand side we have y equal 60 is our function. That's an horizontal line going at y coordinate 60. And then we have an exponential function. That's another function. And basically what graphically this equation means, it means we are looking for intersection point, or actually the x value of intersection point between those two functions. And this is how we do it. So first we will graph this 60. So double clicking this screen using this button here in your calculator, you can start graphing. So function number one is 60. Then I double click again, 100 times natural exponent found on the left in your calculator. And then we have minus 0.000121 times x. So we have to use x instead of t. We press enter. And this is typical what happens. We see nothing. We don't see either one of those functions, and we have to start looking for them. And what I would do is, I know that this left-hand side is at the height of 60. So y coordinate has to be more than 60 in my window for me to see this horizontal line. So let's start with that. So pressing menu, Windows and Windows settings. You could try these as well. They sometimes work, sometimes they don't. I usually go right away to Windows setting. I can manually set the axis value so that I can see my function. So y maximum has to go more than 60 so that we can see the horizontal line. Now, we don't know our solution to this, like how far in x-axis we have to go. So we could start by adding 100 to x maximum and see what happens. So I changed x maximum to 100, y maximum to 70, and pressing OK. So now we can see this horizontal line at 60, and we don't see the exponential function yet. So again, pressing menu, Windows, Windows settings, and let's add that to 1000. Let's see, still nothing. Menu, Windows, Windows settings, let's add that to 10,000. And here is our function we were looking for. Now, usually these notations for the functions are overlapping the point of interest. So if I just hold on this button here in my calculator, you can close the hand and you can move this away. So now this is what we are looking for. We are looking for the intersection between those two functions, and then we are ready to solve this equation. We press menu, and then we have analyze graph. And from here we can see really useful tools Now we are looking for intersection. And the way this works, it's now asking for lower boundary. So we have to go to the left of intersection, and then it asking what's an upper boundary. We go to the right of the intersection, and here is our solution to this question. So solution to this equation is t equals 5,728, and that rounded up to three significant figures would be 5,730. So we are gonna look for the x coordinate from our calculator. That's our solution to this equation. And really, this is how you graphically solve any equation with TI Nspire. Only challenge is that you have to change the window setting so that you will see the intersection point. But after that, it's pretty straightforward, and you can get the answer to your equation. So that was graphical method. See you in the next video.